Whether you're planning your event or you're starting your podcast, you need to know your ideal client. You need to know the needs and wants of them so that you can come up with things that matter to them. It doesn't matter what you love to do if you don't know how to send that message to your ideal client. And even it doesn't matter what you love to do if you don't know their needs and wants. They are the ones who are the most important people. So you need to fall in love with your ideal client, not your products or services. So if you love your podcast just because you love doing a podcast, you might not get as many listeners because you didn't take them to your mind or to your calculations or to your plannings at the first place, because you just thought about yourself and what you love to do. First thing is to focus on your ideal client, knowing their wants and needs, and then planning on adding value. How can you add value if you don't know the needs and wants of your ideal clients? You expect them to just buy tickets to your event, or you expect them to just listen to your podcast or watch your YouTube videos or your Instagram reels just because you love adding value to them? They're not going to do that. What matters is them and their needs and wants. So instead of thinking about what I love to do and creating that or talking about that, think about their needs first and then use what you love to do or what you're good at to combine the two and create something that would be very beneficial to them. For example, if you want to create a podcast, instead of jumping and diving right into it, think about who I want to serve and what are the specific needs and wants of those people. For example, if you talk about relationship, who's your ideal client? Are you serving, younger generations or older ones? Are you serving people who never been to any relationship, or you're talking to people who had bad experiences maybe and now ready to learn something and go to the next level? If you are helping people making more money, who do you really want to help? Do you want to help the people who've never done any business? Because their wants and their needs are totally different than the people who have already made it. They might have had lots of failures, right? They have different needs. They know a lot of things already and they are stuck somewhere else. It's different than the people who just starting up, right? So you want to know their needs specifically and then start talking about that need or that want. Then we think about, okay, now I know my ideal client, but I love to do podcasts. I do podcasts. First, you need to know if they even listen to podcasts, or you want to do YouTube videos. Do they have time to watch YouTube videos? Maybe you serve mothers. Most mothers, they don't watch YouTube videos, but they listen to podcasts because they want something in their ear that even if they pretend that they're playing with their kids, they can listen to it without holding the phone in their hand, because if they hold the phone in their hand, the baby wants the phone, right? So you have to think about their needs and know what you want to do. For a while, for example, I was thinking about real estate agents, and I was like, okay, they spend a lot of time between places, so they drive a lot. So what can I create? If you create podcasts for them, it's easier probably because they don't want to watch something while driving. They prefer to listen, right? So you need to make sure that the way that you're transferring your message, the way that you're adding value matches the way that they want to be served. So although I know that most of you want to jump right in and say, this is my ideal client and I'm going for it, instead of that, wait, pause, think, and analyze your ideal client and see who that person is. What are the frustrations that they have, not only in a way that you're solving their issues, but also in a way that they are in their routine life, right? As I said, like moms, they don't want their phone in their hand. So how can you do that? Like create something that is just audio, right? And they don't want 6 months programs. They want something fast and quick. They want bite-sized pieces so that they can listen to it real fast before they pass out because they're tired, right? So think about your ideal client and serve them not only with the things that they need and want, but also in a way that they want it. They want to be served. So you serve them in a way that they want to be served. So talking about that, you know that I started the podcast 1 minute daily, and oh my god, the reason I did that was to add value to my community, to my Cafe Society members, and I thought I want to give them something every single day. And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just put it on podcast platforms and see what happens. Like maybe other people around the world like to listen to it, and oh my god, it exploded. We got over 11,500 subscribers in 1 month. And we are 2 months in it, and we already have, I think, like 60,000, about 60,000 listens to the podcast. And we are number 2 on wealth building on GoodPod. So like, I'm so grateful for this. And this was a lesson for me because I realized my ideal client, not only I knew that they value time and they don't have time to waste, but they're hungry to learn as well. They want to know more about like ways to make more money, mindset, marketing, and money. And now I'm analyzing their behavior. I'm looking at the episodes with highest lesson numbers, right? And then I know, okay, this is what they need the most, so that I can dive deeper into those details in the future episodes. So pay attention to their behavior. If you're creating reels and they don't watch it, I used to do a lot of trainings on Instagram, on my stories actually, and then Instagram changed. People behavior just changed. They just want to be entertained on Instagram. They don't really want to learn more on Instagram. YouTube is still good for learning. So if I create more videos, I prefer to make, horizontal videos and put it on YouTube. And if I put it on Instagram and not so many people watch it, I don't get offended. I know this is the way that it is right now. So pay attention to your ideal clients and their wants and needs, and over deliver. Best of luck to you. See you next time. Bye.